What's up, YouTube? Okay, this video was made a long time ago by these three who got some who got some dislikes on it, but here we go. It was made by Nash Greer, and it's like what guys look for in girls, and not every guy is like this. Trust me, I love my fiance for who she is, they and true beauty comes from the inside, not the outside.
What's up? I'm here with Cameron Downs and Jason Hannon and JC's dog Wishbone. And today we're going to talk about
girls. Talking about girls.
We're talking about
what we find attractive
in girls.
Some guys have their own taste, some girls have their own taste. I wasn't really a woman go-getter for a long time. I mean, true, I walked around with a lot of flirtiness inside of me. I flirted with girls all the time. I kind of turned on a charm, but I didn't really roll with girls. I wasn't really boyfriend material, as I should say. So I dated three girls in my life. I dated one girl when I was in sixth grade. I was 13 years old. Yes, here's what happened. Here's why I was 13 when I was in sixth grade. I was I went to a private school, and then it got demolished, and then I went home for a year. Then I went in first grade in a school that's about 15 minutes away from here. My mom said she didn't know where to put me, and then they said, why don't you do that? And then she said her name, and then she got me enlisted in the school, and I went first grade, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, and 12th in my super senior year. My mom did threaten to send me to a different school. That was a school in my hometown, but people said that school is even worse. They have more drug users, bigger school, and bigger bullies. And my best friend was at the school I was in. We became best. He became my best friend back in. He was one of my. He. I'm gonna tell you a little story about my best friend who came to my birthday dinner last night. He was one of my best friends, and then he was one of my best friends. I knew him when he was in first grade. We weren't really friends. We were just more or less acquaintances. I knew him in fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth, and all that. I knew him in second grade. That's when I met him. But we weren't really good friends. We were just acquaintances. We were just more or less acquaintances. And in middle school, we became friends. In high school, he became one of my best friends. Now he's my best friend. Has been for 3 years. But yeah, he's definitely my best friend. Here we go.
So that's what we're going to do. It's going to be good. Yeah.
Keep in mind, these guys are ridiculous.
Number one thing I look for in a girl.
Number one.
Just for me.
One.
I just spit.
I'll agree.
For me.
One.
You have to be entertaining. You have to be.
Why would you want someone to be entertaining? I mean, I just find love in my fiance, and I love her for who she is, and I just love each other. That's the way I see it, and I don't see you really being a presentable human.
Like funny, have a personality.
Yep.
But like.
You have to.
I don't know what this is, but I think that they should work on it together.
Be fun.
You want to be happy with a girl, but you have to treat that girl with respect. You want to be happy in a relationship, like right here. Oops.
Disgusting.
Sorry, I hit the wrong button.
Number one.
Just for me.
One.
I just spit.
I'll agree.
For me.
One.
You have to be entertaining. You have to be
Yeah, like
funny, have a personality.
Yep.
But like.
some guys like when girls have personalities. Like I love my fiance for who she is, and her and I like some of the stuff. I mean, she's got me into stuff that she likes, and I've gotten her into stuff I like. She's got me into stuff I like. I've gotten her into stuff that I like. You know.
You have to be fun.
It's disgusting. I taste it. Be funny. Have a personality. Start conversation. Entertain me.
Entertain you. Can you be more specific with that? And plus, did you hear what these fools just said?
to be fun.
Listen to this.
Disgusting, I taste it. Be funny, have a personality, start conversation, entertain me.
Why do you want a girl to entertain you?
Like,
Yeah. Be fun in a boring situation.
yeah. I hate when I'm the only one talking.
Well, sometimes you have to be the only one talking so people can know more about you, and that. Well, I talk a lot more than my fiance because I'm a talker. I've been a talker since. How old was I? I don't know. I've been a talker since I was a young guy, knee high to a grasshopper. Now I'm like 5'10" or something, 5'9", 5'10", 5'8" maybe. My sister said I'm short, but then when she came outside, she said I looked so much taller than her. But I think I had shoes that made me a lot taller.
And they're just listening, kind of like,
Comes like an interview.
I like girls that.
Sorry, I had to. Sorry, I had to pause the camera for a minute.
That will stay on top of you. You know what I'm saying?
Stay on top.
Like, like a girl that would be like, yo, Cameron, you gotta film a Vine today. Okay. Yo, Cameron, you gotta film a YouTube video today.
I feel you. Girls that make yourself. Wait, girls that
better yourself.
Yeah, girls that make you a better you.
Yeah.
You need to make yourself a better you.
Yeah.
I like girls who are outgoing. You gotta be outgoing. So.
Okay, well that's like adventurous. That could be like so many things.
Like outgoing, like kind of like excited to do things.
Like you're not afraid to try.
Like if a girl, like the girl when you were chilling.
Spontaneous. Girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Outgoing.
Woo!
Like girls that are just chilling, like, hey, you want to go to the park and just walk around.
Yeah.
When my fiance and I went, so we went to separate high schools, right? So I went to her high school games instead of mine because I wanted to see her, and I saw my friends all the time. So I went to 2 of my high school football games that day because one time one game was over at her high school, but then I went to one game. I didn't even go to our homecoming game that in my super senior year. I went to just 2 games and 1 game with my fiance. I went to 4 of her game. I went to 4 of her high school games because I wanted to see her instead of my friends. Yeah.
I like girls that are like be down to do it, and not girls that are like,
Yeah,
I'd rather just like.
Let's go climb a mountain or
Let's
something.
just
Yeah,
like
let's go skydiving or something.
Like, you're not doing anything at like a
Skydiving
4 a.m. or something like that. You're just like, hey,
I wouldn't mind skydiving, but then again, I do have a phobia of heights.
let's go hike up to Hollywood.
Let's go like
There you go. They're like, yeah, let's
There
go.
you go.
And while we're going, let's go surfing. I like girls that go camping. And
These guys are just ludicrous. And plus, I don't like Nash Greer. I think he's annoying. And so many fangirls actually like that guy, and he's a piece of garbage, in my opinion. I mean, I don't mean I hate speech, but I think he's annoying and kind of a nerve wracker.
Girls that have like talents. So many girls these days don't do anything. They're just like glorified, like
I'm gonna date a rich guy.
like I'm just gonna marry.
And most of his fans are young, and they actually pay attention to this garbage.
A rich guy and like pass through. Like it's cool if you're like.
This is actually discriminating to women, and some girls actually enjoy watching this crap. What they said.
The cheer team or like have some weird talent or something like that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like just if you have a talent like that's cool. If you have like
Like she has
Yeah. If a girl sings,
No, wait,
that
time
makes
out.
you so much more.
Yeah,
excited. If a girl sings,
pound that shit.
no, but like if you have like your own ambition.
No, but if you
let me
sing,
finish.
if
But
you sing, though.
if you sing, it's good.
Listen, if a girl has like their own ambitions and goals.
Yes. If you're going somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get fake tits and like show this guy. Playful. I like girls that are playful. Like girls that are like kind of like.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm always.
Excuse me, playful, huh?
Hitting girls, I'm always like, well, not like hitting her. I'm usually, no, like I was like, bitch, I'm like pushing like a pretend to trip. Like I don't pretend to trip.
Big stop.
I get girls that are
Big
playful.
stop. Big.
I don't push girls.
No. Oh shit. Alright,
I
so.
like girls that can cuddle. Like
Oh, dude, girls that can
Yeah, I do like cuddling with my fiance.
Get that.
Yo, honestly, it sounds stupid, but if you text a guy first,
Oh,
It's
I mean,
okay.
I mean, that's attractive.
It's fine. And you
I don't
can.
think that's like a.
There's nothing in the rule book says we always have to text first.
there has to be a perfect balance. Because the chase is such
Actually, my fiance does text me a lot, and I text back or just call her back.
a big part of it. Like if you play hard to get, if you play too hard to get, then it's just like, oh, she doesn't even like me. But if you play it easy, it's just like, oh, she's a whore.
Okay, I want to talk about that subject. That is so discriminating. Because he said, play hard to get. Because if you play too hard to get, she doesn't like you. And if she does like me, she's a whore. Do you know how discriminating that is to women? I think a lot of girls should pay attention to this, what I'm saying right here, because that is just discriminating and disgusting to say to women. I mean, I've called one girl when I met her, or one girl called me something, and it was something really disgusting. But I called my ex a slut because she dated 7 guys in 1 year. So she dated me, or she was dating me from 2009, but in 2010 she was dating me. She cheated on me for Jared, then she left Jared for Kevin, then she left Kevin for me again, then she cheated on me for PJ, then she left PJ for Chris, then she left this guy called Chris for Brandon, then she left Brandon for Jason Martinez, and then me again. But that was 7 guys in 6 months. And my friend called her a slut. Or actually, they thought she was a slut because she dated 7 guys in 6 months, and that's kind of excessive on dating in 1 year, and especially in that time frame.
We like a challenge, but
Yeah.
Find a balance.
don't be too
Yeah,
challenged.
Find a balance.
I think.
Drop us hints.
Yeah.
We like hints.
What do you think?
Like, make it clear that you like us.
Yeah. I did.
Yeah, and about that, make it clear that they must like you. Come on, dude. Like, I went out with my first girl, Damara, when I was in 6th grade. I met her in 5th grade, and she just always seemed like her and I didn't have a lot of friends, and she was one of the only people I could ever talk to. And we hung out during lunch a lot, and then we used to sit with each other for the whole 9 months we were dating. I would just eat lunch with her, and then one time after we broke up, I sat with her one more time to get some closure, and then I went and sat with my friends instead. And then a lot of people felt bad for me, and they said, "Why did you break up with that man?" Because they knew I was, even though I didn't have many friends back then in middle school, I still had most of the people who were my friends, I thought, only felt sorry for me because I didn't have any friends. And then in high school, I got friends. That was awesome. I just wanted to fit in.
This one girl, like, we went on dates and stuff, like.
And when they called people whores, that's actually very discriminating towards women. You shouldn't ever use that money, because do you know what a whore is? A whore is someone who gets money to have sex with you.
2 weeks, and then I found like she finally let me visit, but like building up the.
Clear that you like us.
Yeah. I dated this one girl, like we went on dates and stuff for like 2 weeks, and then I found like she finally let me visit, but like building up the.
Yeah.
Like the urge, like building up the urge and like the want,
kiss-
like,
the
desire
kiss is
to
way
kiss
better.
you.
Kiss is
Like
way
you
better.
build it up, and like waiting to do that stuff is like so much better.
Cool.
I like girls that aren't pushovers.
Yeah.
Like if you tell a girl to do something, like she'll do it. Like I want a girl that like
I mean, I
argue with
like
me
girls
like
like
that.
that.
Yeah.
I hate it when girls are obnoxious and loud and crazy. Like, calm down. Like, no, when like I like crazy girls.
Overly obnoxious.
I like crazy girls, but when you're in here and I'm like 5 feet away from you, you don't need to be like, Nash! Like,
I'm supposed to give you space. Yeah.
like
Trust.
Trust.
Trust is very attractive.
Trust us.
Long socks with a skirt.
long socks, I agree with. Yeah, and maybe, yeah.
I don't mind what kind of socks my fiance wears. She wears either ankle or. There was a girl who I had a crush on back in high school who I kind of liked. She wore long socks and ankle socks both. I kind of had a crush on her for few months, and then we then we then I never saw her anymore, except for at one of my friend's funerals, briefly. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I used to walk around high school, um, just walk around high school all the time, and then I think after fourth grade, during fourth grade, that's when people turned on me. But in high school, that's when I started to develop a flair for flirting with girls. In my freshman year, I didn't really have much, but then my sophomore year, I stepped up my game to flirt with girls. Here's the thing: there were girls I loved, and one girl I picked flowers for, and she said that I was sweet, but she wasn't really interested in me. Not many girls were interested in me. They just didn't like me that much. And then I went over and I went over to I was in high school at that time, trying to roll and get with girls instead of, I mean, I loved my friends, but some of my friends called my ex a whore because they actually didn't like her. And my family didn't like her either. My mom called her a my sister called her a lying whore. My adopted sister called her a liar, and my mom called her crazy. And then that pissed me off. But at that time, I was too fucking blind to notice that she was a bitch. And she said she can be a bitch. She said I can be nice or I can be a bitch. And yeah, I saw both sides.
You have soft hair. If you have like really like beautiful natural hair, then it's kind of like awesome.
No.
I love my fiance's hair.
Smiles. I like when girls have really good smiles.
My fiance has a beautiful smile. Like a really beautiful smile, and it always makes me happy to see her beautiful smile. When we started dating, I kind of turned on my flirt move, and then I went up to her, and that's when I fell in love with her. It was love at first sight for me, definitely. Moving on.
I mean, it's just nice. It's nice to look at.
It wouldn't have like a genuine smile. And when they have the dimples,
Yo, dimples are no. And freckles. Yo, if you have freckles in your girl.
Freckles are cute. No,
Yeah,
so cute. Especially when they have them like right here.
yeah.
Oh,
They go, you girls try to hide that with makeup.
Yeah, don't hide it.
Yeah.
The natural look.
The natural look. I like
That's
natural
good.
look.
Natural hair.
It's just
A
natural.
little bit of makeup if you want it, but
Don't overdo it, makeup. To be honest, you don't really. A lot of girls look a lot better without makeup. And that's my biggest pet peeve when girls draw in their eyebrows. Don't draw in your eyebrows.
There was a girl who I knew who drew in her eyebrow with marker because she didn't have eyebrows. And yeah, my eyebrows are very fuzzy. I think I grew a unibrow at one point, so I tried to I shaved that off.
Crayons, baby. Light crayons.
Your natural eyebrows look way better than a freaking marker.
I like girls that are short.
Excuse me. Why?
yes.
I like kind of petite.
Oh, short girls?
That's
Yeah, but some tall girls are really hot.
Girls with good style. If you dress well.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Like I like that.
Yo, brunettes. Who's with me? Brunettes all the way.
I used to like blondes. I dated one redhead. Brittany has black hair, but she's bleached it, but she made a light brown with blonde in it. And then another, I don't know about Eliza because she picked up a picture, they said off of Google, that had a hot blonde girl, and then there was another picture of her on one Facebook. I blocked her off my YouTube account because that's how we met. And she had red hair in this. It looks like because she had red hair in this one. Red, blonde, brown, and all that. And one guy, yeah, and she doesn't make videos anymore. The last video she ever made was uploaded in 2011. And plus, she said that she hung out with her cousin a lot, and I was supposedly dating this girl's cousin. And then, and then she stopped She called me an F-word liar, but I heard that I was dating her cousin. But this is the girl who flirted with me on YouTube. Actually, she came on kind of weird. I'm gonna go over this. She said, "My name is Liz. Your name is what?" And she said, "Cool. Are you on YouTube now or are you on YouTube now or not? Because you sound so hot. Are you single?" And I said, "I might be getting back together with my ex. Sorry." And she said, "Well, that's okay. But if you're not, you know who to contact, right?" I'm like, "I don't even know you." This was the craziest thing ever. So then I moved on, or a few months later, I was kind of like, "Huh, what's going on?" And then her and I started getting back together. But she was also kind of violent. She actually threatened to kick people's asses on YouTube. She said, "Leave him alone. He's my boyfriend. I'll kick your ass if you don't leave him alone." And then she called one guy high voltage faggot a fucking faggot. Yeah, yeah. She also cussed like a sailor. One time when we were engaged, she said, "Excuse me, don't ever call me." She said, "Don't have my friends bitch because you're fake." And I went, "Hey, don't say that. Don't say that to my fiance." And then she said, "Excuse me, don't ever call me a fucking fake bitch again. You really pissed me and my fucking fiance off." And then she called Kim white trash. And then she said, "You're white trash too." And she said, "Nope, I'm Puerto Rican." Yeah.
But I like blondes.
Yeah.
I don't mind blondes or brunettes or any kind of hair. It's perfect. You're just who you are, and that's what makes you you.
Yeah.
There's no choosing, but I usually go
that.
brunette.
Yeah, we're all brunette.
I like long wavy hair.
But yeah, change it.
Yeah, I kind of lost my hair a lot, due to eating lots of meats and no vegetables. But I started eating more veggies now than I used to.
Your hair, like, don't just straighten it every day. Like, maybe braid it.
Yeah, change it up.
Side, like, do something cool, you know?
Yeah.
I like that.
Switch it up a bit.
I don't like when girls have like all the stuff on their lips, especially if we're dating, because then when you're like trying to kiss.
I don't like lipstick, dude. I don't like lipstick, to be honest.
I'm not a lipstick person myself. I mean, my girlfriend puts lip gloss on.
Oh,
Too much
no,
lipstick.
when they have like weird colors,
Like red, brown,
like a
black.
I don't mind what kind of lip gloss they're wearing. It's who you are.
Black lipstick shit.
innocent girls.
Innocent girls, yeah.
Innocent, oh.
Girls
Yo, girls that can get dressed up, but can also get like,
dressed down.
yeah, dressed down.
Damn.
So like not like undressed, but like if you can like go like mudding with me, and then like late that night get ready and go like to a really nice dinner or
Like
something
a
like
ball
that.
gown.
Yeah, just something like that. Like
I take my fiance out to lunch sometimes.
if you can like switch it up, like
Yeah.
yeah, that's really attractive. Like, yo, a girl that can cook, automatically a 5.
I cook. I cook for my fiance before.
Like, honestly, girls that can snowboard are so hot.
I like a girl that is like really like classy, during the day, like with your friends. Like you can hang out with your friends. You should be.
I know Mr. Rebzion, aka Rebzion, made a video about this. He said he one time said that they were stupid, and he actually said that when they said whore, he made a video about slut shaming and why it's wrong. I never slut shamed my fiance. She just came off as a slut to my friends because she dated 7 guys in 6 months, and then got pregnant with 2 guys or got pregnant with a guy because he raped her, and he also abused her. That's what pissed me off. But she abused me, but not physically, but verbally, like words and all that, and discrimination and all that shit, and putting me through grief. You know what? I want to tell you something about this. So she wanted me at first, and I didn't want her. Then I wanted her, and she wanted me. Then I wanted her, and she didn't want me. Then I wanted her, and then she wanted me. I wanted her. Then I wanted her, and she didn't want me. Then she wanted me. I wanted her. And then I didn't want her anymore, but she wanted me, and I didn't want her anymore because I fell in love with Brittany instead. And that relationship with her with Eliza was very toxic. It was very toxic. It was very discriminating. It was very sad. It was, and she also stole a nickname my fiance called me once, which was Baby Boo. She said, "Love you, Baby Boo." And then she said, "I love you, Baby Boo." And then she called me. One time she did call me Sweetie. She's like, I used to think I was a screw up just because I got out of a relationship with her, and she said, "You're not screwed up, sweetie." And then some other stuff, you know. The only people who ever called me sweetie was Eliza, my sister, and my fiance, and one of my old friends from high school. She said, "Cheer up, sweetie." Her name was Charlie. I took her to prom once when I was 17 and she was 15, I think. I met her when I was 16. Um, and we're still in contact, sort of.
Cool, but when you're alone.
And she's awesome too. She was also better than Eliza. Anyone's better than her. Anyone who treats you like shit you should never stay with. And they also said that Eliza didn't deserve me, which I agree with.
She can get like a little freaky. I love girls like that. Like when you're alone, y'all can be intimate, like on your own.
I talk to Brittany all the time. We talk on YouTube, or we've talked on Facebook. Well, the first time we started talking was back in 2009 on the phone only. We did the phone from 2010. The second time we started dating to 2013. And then we did Tango. No, we talked to each other on the Messenger app. No, not the It was first FaceTime after that, and we started FaceTiming instead, so my mom canceled unlimited long distance. Well, she only lives about 20 minutes away from here, so I don't know why they would make that long distance. If the capital, which is 45 minutes away from here, basically, let me see. A drive from here to the capital out here is only a 34-minute drive. Is a 34-minute drive, and then and my bride to be only lives in a town that's only 20 minutes away from here, and it's long distance, and then it's also long distance from a town that's only 7 miles away. Are they out of their minds? Okay, next up. And then we started talking, so we talked on the Messenger app also, or we talked on FaceTime for a year, Tango for a year. We did talk on the Messenger today, but we also talk on Google Duo. We started talking on Messenger. We did that for about 5-6 years, and then we started talking on Duo. We still talk on Duo and stuff.
Yeah, but when you're with a group, you're kind of classy in a way. You're not too like intimate with each other.
Everybody's trying to like be like one image or like be like this, like be yourself. Yeah.
Wait,
yo,
no, hygiene,
shave, brush your teeth, arm shave.
Shave.
This stuff when you have a little peach fuzz and like we're making out. No, not even making out when the light's just like shining out.
A lot of girls shave their arms and legs in America.
Her arm hair just wax, shave. Yeah, it's the worst when there's hair. It's terrible.
But the natural look though.
The natural look is great, but the hair, take the hair off. I'm sorry.
These guys are douchebags.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, sexy if you have reading glasses. It's cool that your glasses are cute. I'm good at video games.
I think I damaged my eyes, like my eyes right here. I know you guys are used to seeing me wear glasses, but these eyes, I think I got damaged due to sitting too close to the TV. Now I need my glasses. When I'm sitting on the couch, I need my glasses to be able to see the TV screen, and I need my glasses to be able to see the computer screen. But if I could get laser surgery, I would probably try. I mean, you see this you're not used to seeing anymore. When I used to do YouTube at first, I did not wear glasses. I didn't start wearing glasses, I think, until 2012. These ones I got a couple of years ago, and I like this frame better. Let me see. I don't know. Oh, there it is. It's this. I still have these for backup, but these feel really weird. These ones feel really weird now because I haven't worn them in a long time. But these are my old glasses. And I had to start wearing glasses because they started to fall out. The lenses started to fall out, so my brother had to fix them. And these have a more sturdier frame. All right, let's go.
That too.
That's pretty good.
But none of us obsessed with video games. Like, you can't be better than me, or else. I mean, I don't even play video games.
You know what pisses me off? Do you know what they just said? Listen to this. They're like girls who like video games.
These are cute.
A girl that's good at video games.
Girls who good at video
That
games.
too.
That's pretty good.
But none of us obsessed with video games. Like, you can't be better than me.
You can't be better than me. How much of an asshole do you really have to be?
Or else. I mean, I don't even play video games. And you can't be better than me. I play sports.
Girls play sports. That's a guy, yeah.
My fiance played volleyball and did tennis for a little bit until she fractured her wrist.
Yeah.
What's the hottest girl sport? Volleyball.
Yeah, Brittany did volleyball for 2 years. I was a baseball manager for 4 years, and I was gonna be on the football team, but then I had to drop out because my mom couldn't drive me up there all the time. But yeah.
Wow. Volleyball. Yeah.
It just got hot in here. Is that just me? Be yourself personality-wise and be yourself appearance-wise, because that's at the end of the day, that's what's gonna make you like this.
That's what Revzion called stupid. Is that be yourself. You tell them who to be, then you tell be yourself at the end of the day.
Get his gown. Well. Oh my god!
That was really weird.
I feel so left out on that.
Yeah.
We filmed a video on JC's channel, so click his face to watch it. No, it's actually hilarious. We get kind of
Messy.
yeah.
And this one says actually Nash Greer deleted this video after people did a lot of responses to it, and says what guys find attractive in girls. And one guy said because he deleted this video and this person had it saved on his phone to make a GIF, like people post those on YouTube.
A little dirty.
Cameron's filming a video too, and that'll be out soon. So I'll click his face when it's up. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, or thumbs down.
Thumbs up, baby. Thumbs up. We like
Really, be honest. Give a thumbs up. Be honest.
Be honest. There you go. We like honest girls.
We like honest girls. Oh, no, really, honest girls.
Hey, and comment below what's some features you like about guys.
Yeah.
We want to know.
We're so picky, I know.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Guys are picky.
Also, I don't like Nash Greer because they also said he's a douchebag.
That's why we're all single.
But we're all
Yeah.
single.
We're all single.
I'm single. And I'm
Yeah, we're all single.
Back then, I was with Brittany for 3 years. By the time this video was uploaded, over 3 years.
For a reason, I
Now I've
guess.
been with her for over 11.
Golly.
Dang.
All right. Now Nash Greer is also a douchebag because they said testing for HIV is not a gay thing. They said this. It was on TMZ and it said testing for HIV is not a gay thing.
It's not a gay thing.
Yes, it is. Bang!
Then he calls someone a fag. I would love to see him say that to Charlie Sheen. I bet Charlie Sheen would give him a big old whack. Like just, if he called Charlie Sheen a fag for testing for HIV, I wonder if Charlie Sheen would just do this. BAM! Just saying. I'm just saying. I wouldn't wish someone to do that, but Nash Greer is he does a lot of discriminating. Okay, so a long time ago, I was on Urban Dictionary and looked up Nash Greer, and it said Nash Greer. Then the second one said douchebag. Nash Greer. They took that part down because it was discriminating, but that's what they called him, was a douchebag. And a girl at McDonald's when I used to work there, a customer said Nash Greer is adorable and hot. And this one says, they said Nash Greer is a teenager who became known in 2013 for his online Vine videos, which is 6 seconds long. As of April 2014, he's most popular since his Vine. Significant followers on social media. But he was born in 1997, so he's actually pretty young. And December 28th, he will be 25, and I got him by 5 years. I'm 30 right now. I just turned 30 on January 19th. All right. So this one says, she also douchebag, Dick Bishop, and fame whore. They said Nash Greer is such a fame whore, he's nothing. Yeah, and a douchebag. Yep, and a Dick Bishop. What's a Dick Bishop? Dick. I don't know how to pronounce this actually. Let me go see if I can find this on Google. Dick Bishop. They said, I swear to God, these Dick Bishops are driving me over the edge. I guess that's what they call them. This one says, hey, do you like my outfit? No way, you can see my arm hair. And they said, who the fuck cares? And they said, Nash Greer. Come on, seriously? You're gonna... And they said, I love his eyes so much. They're so blue and beautiful. He's perfect. And it says, shut up underneath that. Yeah, he gives out bad advice. They think Nash Greer is hot and such a... And this one says, you know Nash Greer, that homophobic, sexist piece of shit? Yeah, I fucking hate him. A lot of people don't like Nash Greer because after he said, testing for HIV, it's not a gay thing. Yes, it is. Fag! And he also is discriminating. And this one says, you know, I love my fiance for the way she looks. And one girl said that Nash Greer is they also said he's talented and that he's so funny and nice to him. And they said, yeah, he was such a Nash Greer. I don't like Nash Greer because I think he's a discriminator. Also, some people are gonna believe Nash Greer about this video he made.
Testing for HIV. Testing for HIV. It's not a gay thing. Yes, it is. Bang!
The fact that he thinks that testing for HIV is a gay thing and calls someone a fag, people are gonna believe that, and you're just gonna piss a lot of people off too. I'm also going to play a video response to this video because I'm a big Mr. Revzion fan, and and he said that someone called someone a fag.
Here's the thing, I don't care how large of an audience someone has on YouTube. I don't care how...
I've been a big Revzion fan since 2011. Revzion is my favorite YouTuber. He's been on I've been a fan of his since 2011.
Young or old someone is. Granted, if they are young people make mistakes.
Everyone does. I've made mistakes, and a very catastrophic one that I'm never going to talk about on YouTube, probably ever.
Young people say the wrong things, they act the wrong way, they are immature, and they do things. Every single person, universally, around the world has done wrong things because they are young. They say stupid things, they do the wrong actions. Every single person. But in most cases, people who make mistakes when they're young learn from their mistakes. But what we're dealing with here is the new Justin Bieber. The person who apologizes for something and then continues to do something more deplorable than the previous act. How many times have we seen Justin Bieber apologize for the things that he has done? but then he does something worse. Why does he do something worse? I don't know, but in my personal opinion, it's probably to stay more relevant in the news because he's dying out. But ladies and gentlemen, my fellow reptiles, this video is not about Justin Bieber. This is about Justin Bieber's friend, since they're now actually legitimately friends after they have been hanging out together, known as Nash Greer. For those of you who don't know who this kid is, he is a quote-unquote Vine-famous celebrity. More followers than Justin Bieber. Nash Greer is also the same kid who made the video What Guys Look For in Girls and was telling that girls, in order for him to date, need to have their arms shaved and so on and so forth. Several months ago, about 6 months ago, I made a video response to that. But this has been brought to my attention because I'm not going to sit back like I did last time and ignore something when he apologized for it. So about 5 or 6 months ago, some people went back on Nash Greer's Twitter and found out that he had some pretty homophobic things to say, such as gay rights, nah. Warning, retweet if you're against gay marriage. Now here.
Okay, even though I'm a Christian, I don't discriminate people for being gay. I don't believe what some people say about the Bible. I don't believe. Well, I have my Bible somewhere. It was up there in my closet. I'm not sure if it's still there. Let me see. It was a friend of mine gave me the Bible. He was my mentor for quite a while. I guess I don't know if I can see it. Don't know where I put it. It might be in my shelf over there. Okay, I need to talk to you all about something. So, about, let's see, 6 years ago? No. Well, I don't agree that someone said God killed hundreds of people in the Bible. How loving of him. Did God write the Bible? No. That's why I don't believe that God would kill people. I don't believe that. That's the one thing about the Bible. I don't believe that God killed people. They say Christian people, or the Christian thing said Jesus was a pacifist and that he taught people how to be pacifists.
Here's the thing. He was very, very young. I think he was like 12 years old when he tweeted those types of things. But nonetheless, he tweeted them. He said those things. And people went back in his history, found them, and started saying, Nash Greer is homophobic, blah, 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 blah.
And that actually creates a bad image for you if people could go on your Twitter and find that out, and then they could post that, and then you're going to be seen as a person who's not a good role model at all. No, Nash Greer is no role model to me. My role model is Jesus Christ. A role model to me is that girl who was killed in Columbine, Rachel Scott. She's a good role model as well. And she was killed by Eric Harris, one of those Columbine killers.
People asked me to make a video about it. I was like, I'm not going to because it was from 3 years ago, and I'm not interested in making a response to that. Again, it was 3 years ago. People change, people grow, and when people grow and people grow up, they learn from their mistakes. Well, however, Nash Greer has not learned a damn thing because recently he made a Vine on his Vine.
And that's the one I played just a few times already. Because they said testing for HIV is not a gay thing, and then Nash Greer yells, yes it is, fag. Charlie Sheen has actually himself tested positive for HIV. And you know, that is so discriminating to people. People are going to start thinking, young girls especially, any young girls watching this, don't pay attention to what Nash Greer says because he's a homophobic, and I think he's an asshole. I can't stand him.
Fine.
I mean, I don't like to be that rude, and I don't cuss as much as I used to because I'm a Christian, but what he's saying is just discriminating.
Channel thingy-mabobber, whatever it's called, I don't know, I'm not into the Vine stuff, but he says this.
Testing for HIV. It's not a gay thing. Yes, it is. Bye!
Anyone who pays attention to that would know that that's discrimination, and
What honestly surprises me about this whole thing is that 3 years ago he said these tweets about not supporting gay marriage. He had a bunch of other
even though people think that God was against gay marriage and that gay marriage should be illegal. I don't think. I don't. I'm not against gays. I'm not against gay marriage. Not at all. Like. I like all people for who they are because we need everyone in this world to make a wonderful place. You know, there are so many racist people out there, and I'm so sick and tired of racist people because racist people actually listen to this because I was watching a video where a guy said he's a racist effing a-hole, and the people who are racist and posting all these videos about being racist, you know, you're just, oh my gosh, I hate racist people. My fiance's Asian. There was a kid in my class who would call people gook. These are racist words to Asians. He called one kid a spick and one kid a beaner. I'm so sick and tired of people calling people beaners, people calling each other spick, people calling people white trash, and the N word. I'm never gonna say that word because I hate that word. I hate all those racist words, but the N word is used so much, and I am so sick and tired of it. In one of these movies, she said, "I hate N words," and she said, and then they were getting in a fight, and she said, "Get off me now! Get the F off me! Effing," and then used the N word. I am so sick and tired of that bullshit that people use.
Tweets. Those were just two that I thought that I would show you. And when Nash Greer blew up, he made a Twitter post on his Twitter apologizing for what he said over 3 years ago. And I was like, that's cool. He apologized. Yay, he's learning from himself. He no longer believes those things that he used to believe 3 years ago. I mean, I used to be religious almost 4 years ago here on YouTube. You can go back and watch when I was religious, and I understand.
Well, Rebzion was Christian, then went atheist, or no, agnostic, excuse me, then went atheist. I don't have a problem with him being atheist. I just don't like people who bash religion. I mean, I'm very religious. I'm a religious guy. I have a shirt that says Team Jesus. I have a Christian cross necklace, and right here is I have 2 Jesus posters and a blanket of Jesus right here, and yes, I am very religious. I have a I Love Jesus cup. Actually, I'll be right back. I'm going to pause the camera for a minute. The thing I like about this webcam better than the other one is I don't always have to get up with leaving the camera on. I could just pause it. And yes, this is my I Love Jesus cup. I decided to go get some almond milk out of my refrigerator.
That people grow and people change, and that's great when they do. But in this particular case, he doesn't. You know, here's the thing, Nash. Your apologies mean jack shit.
I have to agree.
Your apologies are just like Justin Bieber when he apologizes for something that he does, which is deplorable, like peeing in a restaurant and making...
Yeah, I have to agree with Rebzion on that, because Rebzion himself said he was a custodian at his old church. I was a custodian at McDonald's for over 3 years. Or for over 2.5 years. I was a custodian at McDonald's for 2.5 years. What I did was I mopped floors, cleaned the floors, cleaned countertops, cleaned windows, cleaned garbage cans. One time I used hot water to throw it at the wall that was in the drive-thru because there was ketchup stains on there, and I used the broom to scrape it. They said use the broom, so I started scraping it off, and I did the best I could because I made it clean. You know, people who actually clean restaurants work their ass off to make a restaurant amazing. And then people said that was the cleanest McDonald's they had ever been in, and one girl said, yeah, because we work our ass off, and I love to work in there. Ooh, that's good. Good almond
People
milk.
who make low income clean up his own piss in a wash bucket. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm young, I make mistakes.
Well, he should have known better than... Well, Justin Bieber should have known better than that. Bull honky.
fuck you. You may be young and you may make mistakes, but these type of mistakes are a continuing action. It's something that keeps happening over.
I don't make mistakes as much as I used to be, and I used to be really clumsy. I'm not as clumsy as I used to be, but I can still be pretty clumsy. Like, I would run into stuff all the time. I would drop stuff, and I would end up burning my own hand on a long time ago when we had no power. I was putting out matches in a candle holder, and then I realized it was really hot and I had just burned my hand, and then I put it in the sink, and then I ran cold water under it so it would cool down. But that was a long time ago. That's when I was like 16. Or no, that's when I was like, actually I wasn't 16 back then. I think I was 14. Yeah, I think I was 14 years old.
Over and over and over again. So your apology about what you did 3 years ago means absolutely nothing now because you've made this new recent event, as in this year, of calling someone a fag. A fag. Do you have any idea how degrading that is?
Yeah, and fag means gay person. In America, first, before they meant gay person, it means cigarette butt, and over in England it means cigarette. Do you know how much that can actually even hurt someone's feelings if you call them a fag, and then if you make fun of them for crying, you're a douchebag. I used to cry a lot because I got hurt all the time and I was bullied to the point where I just sat there and I started bawling my eyes out, and then actually some people felt bad and remorse. But when you make someone cry like that and show no remorse, then what are you? You're a piece of garbage.
For someone to call someone else a faggot simply because they're gay? Here's the thing about your new Vine though, Nash. I'm not offended by what you said. At all. But what you said was wrong, and here's why. One, it spreads misinformation, which is already a pretty big thing among the religious folks who actually believe that this is an issue, that AIDS and HIV is in fact a gay thing, and that HIV and...
I don't think it's gay, and I think for testing it for HIV is not gay.
That AIDS and sexual diseases was all started from people being gay.
I disagree with that completely. Jesus Christ, that is, was a very loving person. When Thomas, I heard, doubting Thomas, didn't believe that Jesus had risen from the grave, he rose him to his feet, apparently, and then Thomas was crying, and then Jesus came up to him, raised him to his feet, and they said love was shining out from him like sunlight from the sky. And Jesus forgave people for nailing him to a cross. My sister said that's because he's a... And then she called Jesus a pussy. Jesus was no pussy. Jesus could survive lashes like that. And he was a pacifist. My sister thinks a pacifist is a person who doesn't believe in God. But no, that's an atheist. A pacifist is a person who doesn't believe in violence.
That's a myth, in case you didn't know. What deeply disturbs me, though, is that, one, you don't seem to care enough to not apply what you apologized for 6 months ago, and then you do something like this again, which shows that your words meant absolutely nothing, that you actually didn't mean what you said, because here you are again, displaying how you think this is a laughing stock. And don't get me wrong, I know what subjective humor is, I know what humor is, but this isn't humor. You can look at his face when he does this. Look at his face when he screams fag, and after he screams that word, he looks into the camera like, yeah, I just called that asshole a fag because, he's gay. This kid, Nash Greer, thinks that he's funny for this. But I don't think he understands what type of degrading words those are to actually say towards someone. To call someone a faggot simply because they're gay, as in that's some type of insult, which to many people who are in the LGBT community, or who are lesbian, who are gay, who are struggling with their sexuality, are bullied with these type of words, are told every day when they go to school that you're a fucking faggot because you're gay. Haha, they're the laughing stock in their schools. What you're doing here, Nash Greer, is you're contributing to already negative stereotypes and spreading misinformation by saying that HIV is a gay thing.
I also heard there are a lot of people with HIV. Some of these I don't know who they are, but yeah, I know Charlie Sheen has HIV. Magic Johnson. Freddie Mercury. This one has a list of people who had HIV, and there are a lot of stars who had HIV, and Nash Greer took a jab at HIV, people testing for HIV being a gay thing. Robert Reed and a lot of other people. Man, this is just discriminating towards a lot of people.
Yes, it is. Fag. This type of behavior.
Yeah, it's like testing for HIV, not a gay thing. Yes, it is. Fag. That's annoying.
That you're spreading here is not only deplorable, unacceptable, but you are in the public eye of millions upon millions upon millions of young, very young, impressionable teenage girls. And you think that this type of behavior is perfectly fine. And how ironic that the moment people started giving you shit for this, you deleted the Vine instantly off your Vine. And you made a apology tweet like, I'm so sorry for the people that I offended. No, fuck you. You're not apologetic because you offended people. You don't give a shit about you offending people. And this isn't even about being offended, because I'm not offended by this. I'm not offended by you using the word fag. It is the misinformation and negative stereotypes that you are putting and reinforcing on the LGBT community and people who are struggling with their sexuality. I don't give a rat's ass if you're 16 years old or 55 years old. You need to be held accountable for what you say, and people are going to call you out for what you say, especially when you have such a large audience of impression.
I've always said think twice before you say something, but yes, I have lost my nerve before. I am quick to a temper. Like, something snaps at me like this. Like, one time, someone said something really nasty to me, and then that's when I started swearing, and one time someone said back the F word off of because I was hovering, but I was trying to answer a question, and then I yelled shut up, and then the whole lunchroom felt quiet, looked at me, and I got kicked out of the lunchroom for that, but that kid got warned not to cuss like that yet, and I said there could have been a more appropriate, even though I was hovering, they talked to me about that, but I told them there could have been a much more appropriate way of handling that, and rather than cussing at someone and making them feel shitty about themselves, because that kid did cuss at me a lot, and I told him that I was sick of his bullshit.
Teenage girls who can easily be swooned by the words that you say. And here's the thing, Nash Greer, or anyone watching this video right now, if you have an audience on YouTube, this applies to me too. This applies to anyone who is a icon on YouTube or has a large audience. You need to be accountable for what you say, and what you say if it's disgusting.
Oh yeah, this really pissed me off a few months ago. I was on a Joe Biden page. I was watching this video and I said that I like Joe Biden and something something something, and then one guy said fuck your autism doesn't give you an excuse to be an idiot. So I went on Google because I was pissed off, and then I looked up. I think I looked up something on Google, and then I sent him an image of a middle finger up. So I sent that to him and then blocked him after I sent the middle finger pointing up, because I am so sick and tired of people discriminating people with autism, especially my autism is actually way higher than any other stacks. Think about Asperger's syndrome being down here, and then the middle one, and then the highest one, which is autism disorder. That's what I have. I have autism disorder, minor intellectual disability, ADHD, and anxiety, and we all get discriminated. One person said it doesn't matter if you have autism disorder, minor intellectual disability, ADHD, or anxiety, you're still retarded, and then I threatened that person with the police. I told them that if they didn't stop insulting me, or harassing me, I was going to call the cyber police, and then that person backed off. I blocked that person 2 times, and then that person said, why'd you block me? You don't even know if I'm a boy or a girl. But then again, you have a lady boy. Brittany is pure woman. You're just a fucking moron because you don't have eyes. You need to use freaking glasses because you're fucking blind as a bat. You know what I'm sick and tired of? I'm sick and tired of discrimination against racism, autistic people, and all that. We all get discriminated because I get discriminated for having autism, and I get viewed the world differently. I'm actually pretty smart, and people think I'm retarded. If I'm retarded, why did I have 3.1 GPA in high school? And that's actually very hard for an autistic person to get. One person who struggled so much in high school got held back 1 year, but graduated with great grades. Yeah, I've come very far. Let's see. I got 3.1 GPA in high school. Got a high school diploma. Even got my own. Even got a 2 jobs and have 2 trophies. One that's huge because I was the only manager ever at my high school to win a huge trophy. I was the only manager in that league to win more than once. Yeah. Okay, let's see what else we got.
Wrong and bigoted and homophobic, people are going to call you out on that. This includes me. This includes.
Yeah, that's right here.
You need to be accountable for what you say, and what you say, if it's disgusting and wrong and bigoted and homophobic, people are going to call you out on that. This includes me. This includes anyone on the realm of YouTube or Vine or any sort of place on the interwebs. Degrading someone for their sexuality is unacceptable. And until you can actually hold yourself accountable, Nash Greer, for apologizing 3 years ago for the stances that you used to hold, now have been resurfaced to show that you really maybe probably do believe the things that you tweeted 3 years ago. That your tweets and that your apology was probably simply just to get the public off of your ass because you're in the public eye now. I apologize for anything negative I've said towards gays, and for that matter, anyone. I was young, ignorant, stupid, and in a bad place. You were young, ignorant, and stupid.
So he said, I apologize for anything negative I've said towards gays, and for that matter, anyone. I was young, ignorant, stupid, in a bad place. I've moved on and learned from my mistakes, and I am truly sorry to anyone I have offended. I have nothing against anyone or anything that promotes equality. Sorry again.
I apologize for anything negative I've said towards gays, and for that matter, anyone. I was young, ignorant, stupid, and in a bad place. You were young, ignorant, and stupid, and in a bad place. This was tweeted 2 days ago. So you're still young, you're still ignorant, and you're still stupid, and you must still be in a bad place, because this reinforces exactly what you did 3 years ago. Were you young, stupid, and ignorant 3 years ago when you tweeted out those things? Obviously, and you're obviously still the same thing right now, because you haven't learned a goddamn thing about the words that you say and how they affect people, especially when you have such a large audience. And this is what drives me so crazy about people like yourself, that you have millions of followers, things that you could be making videos to help people, but rather you sit in front of a fucking camera or Vine for 6 seconds, or on your YouTube videos, for example, and you stare into a camera for what? The video, I think, I saw it on Reddit, of you just staring into the camera for what, like 5 minutes long with all your group of little 15-year-old, 16-year-old buddies looking like this, and then you scream at the top of your lungs, high-pitched, you know, and I'm thinking to myself, I would jump at the opportunity to be able to reach millions of people, which I already have to an extent with my YouTube channel, but I mean audience-wise, to be able to make videos that actually are just...
And Revzion has a lot of subscribers. He has 773,000 subscribers. 700,073 something subscribers.
Designed to help people on something, on some level, but no, rather than grow up and learn from your mistakes, you still sit and remain in your prepubescent teenage mind.
Yeah, and this guy, Revzion, has over 773,000 subscribers. I only have about 432. I know I don't have a lot, but it's better than a guy who doesn't get many views on his videos.
And here's the best part about this whole entire situation.
Oh yeah, and about the discrimination thing, that's why I shut comments down on my videos, because I'm sick and tired of the discrimination. Not the criticism. Criticism I can take. It's being calling people retard, that's discrimination. That's not criticism, that's just pure discrimination. Calling people retard, gay, and calling people gay. Yeah, calling people gay, calling people fag, calling people asshole. Well, I don't cuss as much as I used to, but asshole, that might be okay, but calling people bad words like retard, that's not criticism, that's discrimination. Calling people a moron for having autism, or discrimination against autistic people, that needs to stop, because that is just pure bullshit.
Nash Greer had a deal with MTV and DreamWorks, supposedly. And now, DreamWorks and MTV has to push him away and not deal with him and no longer be part of their brand, their company, because of the statements he has said. This is no different than someone on national television making homophobic remarks that get kicked off of the television program for life because it can't reflect negatively on the station itself. Nash, you have a lot of growing up to do. I do too. I'm 22, and I hope that I never stop learning and growing as an individual.
Back at that time, I was 22 as well. I'm just a month younger than Rebzion. I'm about a little over a month younger than Rebzion, but yeah, I was 22 at that time. But in April, when I was 22, I tried to kill myself with anxiety pills.
But you need to start growing a lot faster than I did at 16, because you are in the public eye of millions and millions of people. And because of that, you could be using the influence you have to better the world in some way, rather than attempt to destroy it and spread stereotypes, negative stereotypes, of people who are gay. And I actually want to address you individually, Nash Greer, and say that HIV was in fact contracted through a heterosexual couple. HIV originated in West Africa through infected blood of apes. My suggestion to you, Nash Greer, is that you apply your apology to your life, rather than apologize and repeat the past. My name is Daniel Solzbach, also known as Mr. Repzion here on YouTube. Thank you for watching this video, and peace, the Rep out.
He actually changed his name to just Rebzion on here. I'm going to do a video response to one more of Mr. Rebzion's videos, and then one more.
I write a lot of essays.
This a long time ago.
For school, but I also write sales descriptions for my Etsy shop.
I use Grammarly.
Here it is. This is what guys look for in girls, but with Mr. Rebzion claiming, and maybe he has some better tips than me, but I do like making video responses. And Dustin Keckler, one of my guy who would watch my YouTube videos, said that he always loves when I make video responses. He always loved me making video responses. Here is a video for that Rebzion made about it.
So if you have been a subscriber on my
I don't know how to do videos like he does, like put the actual video into the screen video thing. I don't know how to do that, so I'm just going to do a video response plain old.
For any amount of time, you would know that I have made quite a few extensive videos on the topic of body image.
And it's not just clips from movies that other people do, it's actually how they get the video to play into the screen.
Covering
like that.
Females and males. I went in very in-depth talking about weight, appearance, sexuality, regarding females and males, and how our culture and society views females and males, and how it puts standards on females and males, and puts unrealistic expectations on females and males, and how that you don't need to meet those expectations, which are, by the way, unrealistic and are pretty much unachievable to begin with, that you have to meet those things in order to feel loved, that you have to meet those standards in order to feel cared for, that you have to meet those standards in order to get a guy to like you or a girl to like you.
I'm also going to post those the videos down in the description if you want to watch those videos that I'm making video responses to.
It works both ways. And in my previous videos on body image, I've made a very big goal to address both genders. But today's video is going to be addressing women, because the video you're about to see is titled, What Guys Look For in Girls.
Not all guys, just these three morons.
And you're going to see a prime example of the type of people that I've spoken about in my past videos. These three men are a fantastic example of what not to look up to.
What they say is just awful.
These men are examples of creating unrealistic expectations for women and telling women that it is their job to entertain them, that it is their job to look a certain way in order to feel cared for, loved, accepted, but mainly for those guys to like those girls. Let's see what they have to say, shall we?
What's up? I'm here with Cameron Downs and Jason McCann, and JC's dog with me. And today we're going to talk about
Girls. Talking about girls.
we're talking about what we find attractive
in girls.
And you know this video because I did a video response to it.
Be funny, have a personality, start conversation, entertain me.
Entertain me? Well, now we know that the rest of the video is going to be very, very, very body positive.
It's okay.
I mean, that's attractive.
It's fine. And you
I don't
can't.
think that's like a...
There's nothing in the rule book says we always have to text first.
There has to be a perfect balance because the chase is such a big part of it. Like if you play hard to get, if you play too hard to get, then it's just like, oh, she doesn't even like me. But if you play easy, it's just like, oh, she's like a whore.
Did you catch that, my fellow reptiles? You know, if she's playing hard to get, I don't like that. But if she's too easy to get, she's a whore.
He's clapping a little bit. And 2 years ago, I commented on Mr. Revgion's page video saying Nashker is a douchebag.
There's an annotation up in the corner of this video. If you have annotations on YouTube, please have them on. Click that annotation right there. It's green. That annotation will take you to my video titled, Why I Believe Slut Shaming is Wrong. And what you just did here is slut shame.
Yeah.
You called a girl a whore because, in your opinion, if she's too easy to get.
I don't slut shame my fiance, but that's what or no, not my fiance, my ex-fiance, and my fiance right now is not a slut at all. They call my ex a slut because she was dating me, and then she was dating Jared. She cheated on me for Jared, and then left Jared for Kevin, then left Kevin for me again. So that was the fourth relationship she was in like 3 months or 3 months, and then she cheated on me for PJ, and then left PJ for Chris, and then left Chris for Brandon, and then left him for Jason Martinez, and that was 7 guys in 6 months. And then she left Jason Martinez, went back out with me in August, and that was like in 8 months she dated 7 guys and was in 9 relationships, and she ruined my life. And luckily we were only off and on for 9 months.
That's a justification to slander her for her sexuality. Well done.
I dated this one for we went on dates and stuff for 2 weeks, and then I found she finally let me visit.
Holy hamburger, Batman! She actually kissed you.
Yeah. My first kiss was kind of like my lips touching Brittany's, and then we finally kissed for real on her birthday, on her 19th birthday. And it's just kissing her is one of the best feelings I've ever had.
I like long wavy hair.
But yeah, change up your hair. Don't just...
I like my fiance with any hair she has. It's just it's just what makes her her.
Straighten it every day, maybe braid it. And change it up. Side, do something cool, you know? Yeah, I like that.
Switch it up a bit.
Now you're telling women what they should do and how they should style their own hair? I'm not done yet. It gets worse.
Yeah.
Yo,
No hygiene.
shave, brush your teeth, arm shave.
Shave.
This stuff when you have a little peach fuzz and like we're making out. No, not even making out when the light's just like shining on like your arm hair, just wax, shave. Yeah, it's the worst when there's hairs. Terrible.
What the fuck is wrong with you three people? That's a sincere and genuine question. Who the fuck do you guys think you are? You sit there and you're telling your young, impressionable, large female audience, thankfully my audience is I make controversial videos. I make videos on social psychology and activism. So the majority of my audience are older. But your audience is primarily all young teenage girls. That being said...
There are a bunch of girls, actually, who said that I was one of the nicest guys they ever met because I'm not a discriminator. I actually give good advice, and there were a lot of people out there who knew that I was one of the nicest guys in high school, like how nice I was to people, even though people aren't very nice to me and all that, how much I cared about people.
And it is no place for you to say to a woman that she has to wax her hair on her arms because you don't like it. A woman is no way entitled and is in no way an obligation.
That's their option to wax their arm. You have no control over that. And if you actually broke up with a girl just because she didn't have her arm waxed, yes, I have a lot of hair because I got that from my dad. I got hair on my chest, stomach, legs, arms, back, because I can't shave my back with that good right now. But seriously, you guys are real morons. Excuse me.
Obligated to shave her legs, to shave her armpits, to shave her little light, very light peach fuzz, which is completely natural for most people to have anyway.
I used to have peach fuzz back when I was 16, and that's when I started to shave. Then I started growing a little bit of hair when I was 17. Then when I was 18, I really grew the beard. And then when I was 27, I started giving the mustache a try, and I've been growing it out off and on. But when the mustache is gone, I look clean. And the same with the rest.
Much less wax her arm because you don't like hair.
And someone said I look 31 with the mustache.
You have entitlement issues, and by making these statements, I don't even know if you're smart enough to realize this, but you're creating a standard, an expectation in which these young girls are going to be looking to you, and they're going to be looking at themselves, battling themselves, saying that I have to do this and I have to look this certain way in order for have these three fucking assholes sitting in their cradle of YouTube power and popularity and good look.
Girls are actually going to look up to this and feel bad about what they're saying because it's going to make people feel bad. And I want all you girls to pay attention to this. If you play easy to get, you're a whore. That doesn't make you a whore. A whore is a person who charges people to have sex with them. I know.
Looks.
Yeah.
And you're creating that standard for them and putting that standard on them that they have to meet that in order to be accepted and liked by men like you. And it's wrong. It is completely and utterly wrong for you to create these type of unrealistic expectations. And let me just say...
Someone called Nash Greer a chicken back then because of what he said. This was back in 2013. I was watching a video. Someone said Mr. Rubzion would honestly be the best dad because he knows what to do. If I had a dad, or if I was a father, my dad is not my dad to me. He never cared for me. My father figure died when I was 14, and yes, I was heartbroken. My mom was heartbroken.
Your standard for women, and I'm not even... The whole video is like 9 minutes long. I'm showing you, these are just clips. You want to watch the whole video? Go watch the whole video. But I'm just showing you snippets of this because it was frustrating to watch. I was cringing to myself when I was watching this. To think that you guys with such nearly 400...
And this is when Revzion wasn't in the apartment that he was living in that video, which he moved out of. He was at the house that he lived in with his parents.
100,000
but in the guest bedroom.
Subscribers, publish this video on your channel. You don't understand the harm and how it can affect young teenage girls by saying statements like this. You have no comprehension of it. A woman's body, if she is interested in you, is not designed for your own personal satisfaction and pleasure to do, wish, and command as you wish, like you're doing here. Because that's the whole mentality that you have. It's almost like I own you type of thinking, where if you're my girlfriend, you have to be all of these things, and if you're not all of these things, you're not good enough. You're not worth respect because you don't meet these qualifications that I have put on to you.
Be yourself personality-wise and be yourself appearance-wise, because at the end of the day, that's what's gonna make you like most attractive.
But
Here comes a YouTube ad. I have to replay this part.
at the end of the day, be yourself. Do you have any comprehension, any at all, at how stupid you are by saying that statement? You just made a nearly 10-minute video not making preferences. There's a difference
And him saying waxing hair and all that stuff, you know.
between a preference and telling a woman straight up that, you have facial hair, or you have leg hair. Ew! Disgusting! Shave that shit. I don't want anything to do with you. I'm not gonna date somebody who has hair on
To them, no, I wouldn't.
their legs. I mean, oh my god, what type of monster has hair on their legs or their body? You know, there's a difference between a preference. Everybody has preferences, but these statements are not preferences. These are standards that you're creating. You cannot say in your video, be yourself, and then go on to say, well, don't be yourself because if you have facial hair or you have hair on your arms, that's not good enough. How can you even say those two things in the same video is beyond me. In any case, guys, I think I've proven my point to where you're seeing what I've been trying to say. This is ample evidence of boys that have no comprehension of body image that women face in society, much less, I don't even think they understand regarding body image that men face too. But I'm amazed at how they can sit here with nearly, how many, it has 506,000 views, and the guy has like 300, almost 400,000 subscribers, and he has the audacity to sit there and slut shame and make standards for people like that. It infuriates me.
And this video right here that Mr. Revjon posted back in December 24th, 2013 has 2,059,992 views.
Infuriates me. Your mentality is contributing to young women already facing with body image struggles in their day-to-day life when they see their role models, yes, role models on YouTube saying statements like, you have to wax your arm hair. Whether you want to be or not, when you have an audience
Nash Greer, he is no role model.
that large, you are a role model. And by being a role model, you are responsible for what you say. Not how people interpret it, but what you say. But what you say in this video is utterly, plainly wrong. Purely. There's no justification for any of the statements that you guys are saying in here. Especially the slut-shaming part. That really pissed me off. But I want to make it very, very clear to any
That infuriated me as well.
women who are watching, and it doesn't matter your age. If you are watching this video, I want to assure you that you do not need to meet society.
I wish I could be a role model for girls out there, because then they would know that it's okay to be who you are. You don't have to make yourself perfect. No one's perfect. And Jesus always said, you are who you are. And Jesus is my role model. Nash Greer, he doesn't seem like a role model to me, even though I know he's married now, I think.
Standard of beautiful or respect. Because how society respects women is by saying, hey, you have to be this certain way, dress this certain way, act this certain way, and wax your arm hair, because if you don't do that, you're not going to be accepted and we're not going to like you. And these three assholes are a prime example of exactly this type of mentality that I believe is wrong and that needs to be addressed. And unfortunately, I haven't seen any YouTuber, I searched this video, make a video on this, on response to this particular video in question. Hopefully, some people who watched his video, or maybe they're being struggling because, or they feel very insecure because of their video and the things that they said, will maybe come across this video. I don't know. In any case, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. My name is
Nash Greer is engaged and has a son. But the thing that pisses me off about Nash is that he used to say this kind of shit. I'm not sure if he still says that kind of shit, what he said in this video, but he needs to really, really think about what he says before he says shit.
This is Daniel Solzbach, also known as Mr. Repzion. I'm going to have a new video relatively soon addressing a woman on bashing gay marriage.
I don't bash gay marriage because I don't believe everything that's written in the Bible. I don't believe God killed people. Jesus was known as a pacifist, you know? Here's one more video response to these three people who. Hey, if you're out there and you're watching this and you're a girl and you watched Nash Greer's video and you thought he was right, he's wrong, because the garbage he's feeding women, girls, is wrong. And usually teen girls would also think that Nash Greer is great. You need to think about what he says, because it's not looks that make a person. It's your spirit, your mind, and your heart. You come from in here, not out here. Look at me. I'm not even bad looking myself. I mean, I might be getting bald a little bit, but I'm trying to regrow my hair by taking medicine sometimes. You know, my hair was starting to thin out. I used to have lots of hair. My hair's regrowing slowly. My friend shaved his head bald. I don't know why, but I don't want to do that because I like having hair. Alright, here's one more for you.
I'm calling your parents. Oh yeah, I know you. 501 down there. Oh, there's a new garage door.
In a second, but they're almost.
This guy.
Yo, no, shave, brush your teeth, shave. Dude,
Shave.
this stuff when you have a little peach fuzz and like we're making out. Dude.
This is another video response. This one is called Nathan Zed.
No.
He has 753,000 subscribers.
So this is Nash Greer, Vine star, pretty good looking guy, right? Stop, don't look into his eyes, you're getting weaker, stop it. I originally wasn't sure if I should actually make this video. This is not exactly what I do. I like to make my own stuff. I don't like making videos about trends and what other YouTubers are doing, but super cool YouTuber Savannah Brown made an awesome slam poem about this video, and it really made making this video feel necessary. If you're unfamiliar with the video, it's pretty much three famous internet people talking about what they think is necessary. It's pretty much three famous
It's JC... I can't pronounce his last name, then Nash Greer, then Cameron Dallas. I think it's JC... Kalen or something?
internet people talking
I don't know.
about what they think is necessary in the qualities of a girl so that they're acceptable to date. There have already been a couple of YouTubers talking about this.
And it says Mr. Repzion, Megan to Jones, Lamar Wilson. This one says Black Nerd Comedy.
Video, and I'll talk about it in a second. But there are almost zero guys talking about it, and guys that are the same age as Nash Greer. So young enough to be dumb enough to do something like this. So
Back when he made this video, I was 22 years old. And back when this video was made, I was 22, but this video was uploaded in January 5th, 2014. Actually, I was 21 when Repzion made that video. I was 22. I was almost 22 by the time he made this video, because I was 22 years old. I was 21 years old when I watched Repzion's video. But when he called when Nash Greer used that fag slander, I was 22 at that age when Repzion made that video.
In this video mostly for those people that are defending him, and I want to talk about why there are zero valid arguments to why what he did was okay. But first, let's talk about what the actual video is about. Right off the bat, we have a problem.
Yeah, listen to what he just said.
So I'm making this video mostly for those people that are defending him, and I want to...
Yeah, and mostly people who defend him actually need to think about what he actually said.
talk about why there are zero...
And this could be slanderous to girls. You know, there have been girls who have actually changed just to make themselves better. Okay, off topic, but I changed in high school because I cared more about what other people thought of me than what I thought of me. But I got real friends in high school. It's true. I wanted to fit in. I wanted friends. I wanted love. I was just a guy who wanted to be people's friends and have real friends. You know, and I didn't until high school. Dalton was one of my good friends though, and now he's my best friend.
Arguments to why what he did was okay, but first let's talk about what the actual video is about. Right off the bat, we have a problem. The title. You couldn't get the title right. The title says what guys look for in girls.
It should be titled What We Look For in Girls.
It's not what guys look for in girls, it's what 3 guys look for in girls. 3 idiots. Then again, if the
True.
title was completely accurate, it would be 3 pathetic people make cringeworthy statements on a couch for 9+ minutes. But that just really doesn't have the same ring to it. I don't think I would click on that video. So I can see where it's coming from. Nosh. What did they say in the video? Let's go over a few things.
To be entertaining.
Start conversation.
Entertain me.
Well, that was fast. We're already going full speed ahead on this.
The way to entertain is you could sit down with a girl and watch a movie or watch a TV show. I watch a lot of TV at nighttime mostly because I like to have time for myself later. Well, my fiance and I talk for about an hour to 2 hours, and then I go do what I want for the rest of the night, even fall asleep on the couch. But for once, I fell asleep on my bed. It was kind of nice. And it has more leg space on my bed than it does on the couch, even though, you know.
Stupid train. Entertain. Are you renting movies? You have to be entertaining, okay? Entertain me.
Seinfeld, yeah.
Chase is such a big part of it. Like, if you play too hard to get, then it's just like, oh, she doesn't even like me. But if you play it easy, it's just like, oh, she's like a whore.
No, you can ask a girl out and they can go out with you. That doesn't make them a whore.
It's like, oh, she's like a whore.
Did you just slut shame to your audience of only girls?
Do you have like really like beautiful natural hair?
Like a genuine smile. And when they have the dimples,
Yeah, and freckles. Yo, if you have freckles and you're a girl.
I like girls that are short.
Yes.
Well, you already canceled out half your viewers.
Yeah, but some tall girls are really hot.
Oh my god, you're saying every girl now. Tall girls, short girls. Unless there's an in-between girl. Screw you, in-between girl.
I don't like when girls have like all the stuff on their lips, especially for dating, because then when you're like trying to kiss.
Watch out for the lipstick! It's a good thing I'm an expert at dodging lipstick.
I don't like lipstick, dude.
When they have like weird colors,
Like red, brown.
My fiance wears lip gloss. I'm not sure if Eliza wore lipstick or something.
Really? Red is a weird color to you?
Brunettes all the way. I like long wavy hair.
So far with all the qualities that these guys want, the only date that they could get is their own imagination.
But yeah, change up your hair. Like, don't just straighten it every day. Like, maybe braid it.
Change it up.
Like, do something cool, you know?
Yeah.
Do you actually care that much? Are you worried you're gonna get bored or something? This part just blows my mind, because I've never heard guys talk about girls' hair like this. Oh my god, look at Ashley. She stays straightening her hair. Look at that. Why doesn't she just braid it for once?
I'm really good at video games, but not good obsessed with video games.
Not too bad.
Why not?
My ex used to play video games. I played games on my phones more than I used to play video games. I used to play video games almost every weekend. And now I watch more movies. One time, okay, so this changed. During the winter, during school, I wasn't allowed to watch movies during the week, only on the weekends. And then my mom banned me from watching movies during the summer for 5 days because I would just sit in the back room watching TV. Because one time we had the TV in the back room, then we moved it to the living room. Or they moved it to the living room, then they moved it back to the back room. They switched it to this side of the room, put it back over here, switched it back over there, then put it back there, and it's been there ever since. Yeah. Alright.
Not 90% of guys are obsessed with video games. That's freaking awesome if a girl loves video games. What? I've never heard anyone have problems with this.
You can't be better than me.
So you're not gonna like a girl because you suck at video games.
And they said, you can't be better than me. You know, better is such... You know, you're not going to be better than everyone at something. My ex used to play video games like that South Park game where you throw snowballs at chickens or something. And she said, "Babe, they're killing me about the chickens." And then she called me a handsome prince. That's back when I was 16, I was 18, I was 17 and 18 at that age.
I mean, I didn't even play video games.
Wait, what? Hold on, what?
I mean, I didn't even play video games.
And it says, I mean, I don't even play video games. This one says, I mean, I don't even play video games.
You don't even play? Then why do you care if she's good at
Listen
video?
to
That's
this.
freaking awesome if a girl loves video games. What? I've never heard anyone have problems with this.
You can't be better
He said you can't be better than me at video games.
than me.
So you're not gonna like a girl because you suck at video games.
I mean, I didn't even play video games.
And he says he doesn't even play video games.
Wait, what? Hold on, what?
I mean, I didn't even play video games.
You don't even play? Then why do you care if she's good at video games? It just doesn't make any sense.
Everybody's trying to like be like one image or like be like this, like be yourself.
Okay, now watch this. Literally in the next cut. This is 2 seconds later.
Be yourself.
Wait.
Yo,
No, hygiene.
shave, brush your teeth, arm shave.
Boom!
Have a little peach fuzz and like we're making out.
And again with the making out thing, how are so many things gonna make you uncomfortable when making out? Like, a girl is letting her kiss you. Freaking enjoy that crap. If you want a hairless mammal, just go make out with a dolphin.
The light's just like.
There's only one girl I've kissed in all my life, and it's been Brittany ever since. I was kind of a loser because I could never get a girl to kiss me until I met Brittany. And she has been the perfect girl for me. She's since 2010. She's been the perfect girl for me. Haley, a girl who I went to high school with, says she's a matchmaker because she brought Brittany and I together. Right after I met Brittany, I went up to Haley and I told her we met and fell in love. I fell in love by meeting her.
You're making it sound like the hair above her lip
And
looks
Brittany has non-stop beauty.
like this.
Just wax, shave. Yeah, that's the worst when there's hairs. It's terrible.
Words cannot describe what you just did. What you just made hundreds of thousands of teenage girls feel like when you said that. You Miley Cyrus looking. Nash did kind of apologize on Twitter. He said, "We were just throwing out opinions of attractive attributes about girls. Just be yourself. All we're trying to do is make those girls that have some of those attributes feel good about themselves. But what if they didn't have any of those attributes, you expired jar of mayonnaise?" He goes on to say, "By the way, I clearly said being yourself is the most attractive thing you can do." 1 second, let's look back.
The natural look.
Natural look. I like
That's your
that.
natural hair.
But yeah, change up your hair. Like, don't just straighten it every day.
Be yourself, personality-wise, and be yourself.
I don't mind if Brittany has curly hair or just her hair down. I love her for who she is. I love holding her hand. I love kissing her. I love holding her in my arms. I love hugging her, cuddling with her. You know, yeah.
Self-appearance what?
Don't draw on your
Crayons.
Just wax, shave.
Yeah. The natural look though.
The natural look is great, but let the hair, take the hair off.
You know, I'm just starting to think that you guys are mad that girls can grow more body hair than you. I clearly said being yourself is the most attractive thing you can do. The problem is that's a 20-second section in a 9-minute video, and those other 8 minutes and 40 seconds are contradicting everything that you said in those 20 seconds of good. What you have to understand that you haven't figured out yet is that girls don't have to do anything for you. What do you even...
I don't mind if a girl doesn't play video games because not everyone is into video games. I used to be into video games all the time. Like, here was my number one love for a long time. Well, it's God and Jesus, then it's my fiance, then it's my family and my friends. And I consider some of my families to my friends to be part of like a family, like a brother or sister kind of thing. My fourth was music back then, and then movies, and then video games. Now it's like God and Jesus, my fiance, my family and my friends, TV shows, movies, music, video games. I listen to more music. When I'm in the car, I listen to music. When I'm going somewhere with my mom, like we go shopping to grocery stores and stuff, and I need to get out of the house. I don't like staying home all the time. Sometimes I go out for walks in this neighborhood because I know this neighborhood very well.
doing for them? Okay, let's talk about the main reason of making this video.
And the walk out actually clears my anxiety. One time when I went out for a night, I had a lot of anxiety, and then I went out for a walk and I felt better, and then I started feeling worse again when I woke up. I couldn't get it out of my head. I couldn't get stuff.
Reason that Nash Greer really needs to make an apology video. The people that are still on his side, he needs to explain to those people why what he said was wrong. Those people still think that what he did was okay. 99% of which, again, are girls. I'm not saying to stop being a fan of him. I'm not saying to stop watching his vines or his videos. I'm just saying to stop defending him and realize that
the girls who are actually defending him, I'm not discriminating him in this way, but what he says is actually degrading to women, and what he says is racist. What he said was actually, he was actually being homophobic. He was actually slamming people for testing for HIV. Charlie Sheen has HIV, and you know,
what he said was wrong. Let's go over
I wonder if Charlie Sheen would actually take a jab at Nash Greer.
all the arguments that people have to why they think these guys are right. Most people are saying that this is what JC, Nash, and Cameron want in girls, not what every guy wants in girls. One comment said, these girls are only taking offense because they have self-esteem issues and can't handle being told they aren't perfect. The thing is, girls know that. Nobody's perfect. I'm doing my best to refrain from singing the song. The fact that everyone has flaws is something that everyone can agree on. But in the video, they were making it seem like those flaws they didn't like were opinions. If Nash Greer said that he prefers girls who are clean-shaven, that would sound more like an opinion. It's still not a good thing to say to an audience of 99% girls, but it's not terrible. But he didn't say it like that. He had to make a whole show of how he was repulsed by girls who don't shave every single part of their body. You can't do that! Even when you're talking to one person. The fact that you did it with 500,000 people is insane. You just don't do that. Everyone knows that. You don't do that. You can't do that. Not once did you think this might not be a good idea. Not while filming, editing, or uploading did you think that, hey, maybe my largely, pretty much only female audience don't want to be told how they should act and look in order for me to like them. The fact that you thought this was completely okay, that shows that you have no comprehension of what girls are actually like. Looking at all this information, I've gathered that even I understand teenage girls better than you, which, if you watch my other videos, you know that that is a huge insult. It's not like his audience is 99% guys and he's just like, fellas, you know what I hate? When girls are talking to me instead of making out with me. You know what I'm talking about, there we go. They're all young girls. The youngest one I saw commenting on there claimed to be 7 years old. Speaking of age, another argument that people are having is that these guys are just kids, and they didn't know better. Okay, I am only a couple of months older than Nash. I have such a tiny fraction of the number of subscribers that he has, and even I understand that you don't do this. Mr. Dallas over here is like 18, and JC on the left, JC, not only are you 21, but you're a YouTuber. You understand how your female audience works. You disappointed me.
And Nathan Zed, who made this video, which I really like, is just six years younger than me, because I'm 30 and he's 24. So his video is very informative about what girls can actually watch, and they can actually understand this better than what they understand the other one.
JC. So many people are saying that everyone's overreacting because this is just what these guys look for in girls, not what everyone looks for in girls. What you have to understand is not every one of Nash's almost 500,000 subscribers knows that. You might know that, but not everyone knows that. And after reading the comments of the video, literally hundreds upon hundreds of people don't know that. Not everyone is as bulletproof as you, okay? Am I the only one feeling like crap because I'm not white or short or petite or brunette and don't have freckles and I don't have glasses and I don't know, man. I was insecure enough before. This isn't hate, JC, Nash, and Cam, but I don't know. I feel a bit disheartened about the way I look. Time to watch Glee. Do you see what you've done? You're making your fans resort to
what a
time
minute.
to watch Glee. Do you see what you've done? Time to watch about the way I look. Time to watch Glee. Do you see what you've done? You're making your fans resort to Glee to make themselves feel better. Nash, JC, Cameron, you are these girls' idols. They look up to you. They spend hours and hours trying to get you to follow them back
Really, I think Jesus should be their idol.
on Twitter. So whether you like it or not, these girls are going to listen to you. As YouTubers, we have the responsibility to make our viewers not feel worse by watching our videos. I have the ability to reach thousands across the globe. You have ability.
I commented on this video back in 2 years when I said these three are morons. I said those three dudes are morons, and then I said Nash Greer is a douchebag.
To reach millions.
At
Another
one point.
argument is that they're just guys. All guys think like this. One, No, not all guys think like this, but there are some out there. I'm not gonna act like they don't exist. But those guys have no power, so those guys they're just stupid. That's it. It ends there. You have to take an elevator to the top floor to get to the same level of stupid as these three guys. A lot of people are also saying, oh yeah, well, girls talk about what they like in guys all the time.
I saw this comment on this video. Once I was 7 years old, this was said 5 years ago, Nash Guru told me, go shave your body hair or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. Do you know how degrading that is? To tell people they'll be lonely because they don't shave? And yeah, I like the mustache because it makes me look more manly. And by the way, you telling girls to go shave, the one who's 7 years old, or you telling someone that they'll be lonely for not shaving, is a very douchebag thing to say to people.
Time. Almost every argument could be led back to the fact that those people are not YouTubers. There are other videos like this of guys talking about what they look for in girls and vice versa. Even JC made one. But they knew how to handle the topic. They didn't do it like this. When you have this much power, when you can reach so many people that love you, that respect you, and you use that power to straight up tell them that they're not good enough, you've failed. You've annihilated the entire purpose of being famous on YouTube, or even making videos on YouTube, period. So make an apology video, you Nashhole.
Yeah, that's the end of that. Alright, now I have to talk about this. What I look for in girls is a girl who's sweet, kind, and lovely, and is a sweet, kind, and beautiful, loving girl. I mean, yeah, Brittany's beautiful and gorgeous and my everything, my beautiful girl. But here's the thing, I want you guys to listen to this. I love Brittany for who she is. I've always loved her since the minute I met her. And then what I put on the 4, I put, she's a lovely girl, which she really is. She always found a way to cheer me up when I felt bad. She always helped me out when I was having a bad day. She always helped me relax, calm me down. She always tried to cheer me up when I was happy. When I wasn't happy, when I wasn't happy, she would cheer me up. Talking to her has always been a highlight of my day. Her and well, when we met, we fell in love. I fell in love for the very first time. But I'm so happy that she's in my life, because having her in my life has been one of the best things that's ever happened to me. I love her. I can't wait to see her soon enough. Alright, and what I look for in girls is a girl who's sweet, kind, and is actually fun to talk to, who makes you feel good about yourself. I'm not into all that what these three said. Well, anyway, peace.